Okay. Hello. Hi, everyone. How are we doing? Do you see me and do you hear me? Because those would be pretty nice little bonuses. Hang on. I need to make a bunch of mod memos to myself about which scenes and which automations are broken, but seeing and hearing is a huge victory. Go live widget. That's the Spotify widget is broken. I imagine we're gonna have several other broken sources as we stream today. So this is what's happening. For the last I don't know 6 days, I have had this task on my to-do list that was, hey, experiment with webcam size and shape and fix that. And then I did that a little bit on Thursday and didn't implement it for Friday, but I was up early this morning, so I did it today, and I made a new scene collection so it wouldn't override the old one in the event of fuckery. And I was experimenting. I was like, oh, this is good. We'll just go live like this, and then people can tell me what they like. But the button that tells the Stream Deck which scene collection to reference was not working. So the Stream Deck was only working on a previous scene collection, which I wasn't using anymore. So none of our Stream Deck commands were broken. None of our Stream commands were working. All of them were broken. I'm flustered. Oh, hey, Drazar. Up very early. Oh, no. I hope they watch it more quietly for your sake. That doesn't seem very considerate. So you could tell when we went live, the Spotify widget was broken because they're not talking to each other, and resetting the scenes didn't change the I'm not doing a good job of explaining this. It's all fucked. It doesn't matter. I didn't touch Stream Elements. So if Stream Elements is broken, that's a totally different problem than the one that I'm having. But thank you all for your patience. I know we are very late this morning, so I will get us into the game very quickly, or as quickly as possible. So my game plan for Elden Ring was to continue exploring this hole, right? I want us to be hole explorers. I was gonna be X-holers, and I was no, that doesn't work. Listen, I'm not operating at the top of my game today. But I'm mad, and I want to kill things. So I think we should look at the rest of the coast, because the hole seems special. It seems like a special hole. And if I'm mad, I'm not gonna appreciate how special this hole is. So also, am I crooked? Am I leaning? If I'm tilted, that's a webcam thing. Physically, I mean, emotionally, that's an OBS thing. I might be straight. I might not be straight. I know I'm not straight, but I think I might need to tilt this just a little bit. I'm gonna fuck with that later. That's not my problem right now. As long as everything's working. Yeah, someone has told me it's non-binary visibility day, or awareness day. I don't really know if I want to be visible, but I'm here, and so here we are. And I'll just take us into the game, and then if the Stream Deck is broken, if the collections aren't working, I can manually show you all what I was working on, get your opinion, and then erase it or disable it rather, and then go back to the old setup and debut this properly next week. As long as I'm visually vertical and not Hank. Are the shelves in the background? Oh no, they are a little bit tilted. But which way? You know what? There's going to be so much perspective distortion on this. I'm not worrying about this. I'm not worrying about that. I'm gonna end up creating problems, trying to find problems to solve. So I'm gonna take us into Elden Ring. I'm gonna hit this button. I'm pretty sure it's broken. It is broken. Why is it broken? Maybe it's no. Okay. This is good. So it is broken, but it's broken in a way that I can at least show you all what I'm working on and get your opinion. And then that might be like, and that's fine. That might be a win for me, honestly. That might be a win for me. Okay, so this is what we're looking at. Hang on. I'm just gonna get us, we're all gonna experiment together. And thank you so much everyone for your patience. I really appreciate it. I know we're off to a late start and I'm frazzled, I'm flummoxed. Hey, goes. But I'm doing my best. Okay. We should be at a grace point. I'm just gonna rest so nothing can get me. And I think we're gonna leave this so I can go find other things to do. But I'm gonna show you all what I was working on. So this is the default camera setup that we have been using since Dark Souls 3. So all of Dark Souls 3, all of Sekiro, all of Hollow Knight, it's been this setup at this zoom, everything together. Okay. This is what I've been working on. What do we think? Too big. Too zoomed out. I can take it in. I can take it more in. Obviously, like I would need to reframe it if we did that. But actually, this looks like it might be working really nicely. More in! Pink Crayon, you want more in? Bigger camera. How far zoomed in does it go? Nice. That's a nice little spot on my neck. That's cool. It's 400% zoom. But I can't control how it zooms. It just picks a spot and it goes there. I'm thinking about finally plotting out like a Black Friday secondhand like mirrorless upgrade so we move away from webcams entirely, but I'm not ready to talk about that yet. Maybe next week, maybe 2 weeks from now. So what, more mouth only? Can I like, we want mouth only? But what do we think about this? So old camera, new camera. What do we think? New camera, 1000%. I like current zoom in bigger cam. Okay, so this is the current zoom. So this is 120. This would be 110, which is larger but pulls it back. So we like the new set. The chat box, I need you all to know the chat box and shit was not working for me earlier, and it was a huge source of distress. I might need to make it small, like crunched up a little bit. Shorter, the whole thing. We all like the test one, okay? This is really reassuring. So if between new and old, we like new, I'm gonna pull your opinions on zoom level for new. And I may try and like make this more square, but I finished at noon, or 12:03 I think it was. I was like, this is fine. We'll just go live and see what everyone likes. And then everything was broken in the Stream Deck. So this is 110. This is 120. This is 130. What do you like? And I know that 130 is all fucked up in the framing. I'd fix it. So if we're just talking about how much you can see on the screen, what do you like? Entrot says 120 to 130. Non-Crab has 130. 125. Unfortunately, I can only go in increment. I think I can only go in increments of 10. Can I do a 125? I cannot. I can do 125 if I had upgraded to the new version of this webcam. But when I tell you that I bought it and it was awful, I was appalled. And the only other webcam that I could go to from Elgato that would have been a step up was $300. And then I'm a third of the way to a mirrorless. I was like, well, you know, maybe we don't do that. So it looks like 120, 130. At minimum, people are liking 120. Okay, I'm going to make a note to myself. Yeah, we like 120. No more than... If I were to do 130, I would need to mess with the cropping. Because as you see, it zooms in somewhat arbitrarily, and I can't tinker with that right now. But... I was looking at... Yeah, I've been thinking about a mirrorless. If only because I think it's kind of absurd to sell a webcam for $300. You're a third of the way there. Like that's it. I did all the pricing. But okay, if we like this, hi Raining, how are you? If we like this, we'll stick with this. And I'm glad I talked to you guys because I liked 110. But if we take it to 120 and I can, that would be good actually, because then I can take it up from the bottom and a little bit wider on the sides. So we don't have this little orphaned corner, which drives me crazy. And then it'll be more of a square anyway. If I were gonna do a dono goal for it, I'd need a couple weeks to think, I think. I just said the word think too many times in a row. Decent. That's exactly what we were looking at. Yeah, I was looking at secondhand, especially since the body I was looking at seems out of production or like harder to get just brand new anyway. And also like secondhand market, I love getting things second. You're just being a piece of shit. Stop being a piece of shit. I'm gonna go 3, 2, 1 more time. 130 is not bad if I were to reframe it. We still get the hand gestures. 130 might be okay. Only if I could reframe it though. Because otherwise it's a little too tight of a crop. But I do like what it does on the side. This is good. This is helpful. Yeah. Yeah. This is helpful. We're gonna stick with 120 for right now because I don't want to be slumping like this while we stream. We don't wear our shoulders by our ears, everyone. That's terrible for your posture. It makes you feel no good. No mochi peeking. Well, if he's doing something cute, rest assured, I'll be taking us back to the full camera and pointing him out. He hasn't really wanted to spend a lot of time in my room. And I'm not salty about it. I'm not salty about it at all, I swear. Being a piece of shit is a lot of fun. Okay. Thank you all for your assistance. This is very helpful to me. I might take the chat box up just a little bit, so it's not the same size. Oh, yeah, so it's scaled larger. Interesting. Like the font is bigger and everything, only by a little bit, maybe. Okay. I'll continue to tinker. We'll stick with this for right now. I'm gonna make a note that if I did 130, I'd have to reframe it. And I may not actually be able to do that since, again, I can't control how this zooms, which means I would have to crop it at default and then zoom in by sight when I drag the box to be bigger. Okay. Decided to start leveling, but end shots, if you're leveling crafters, you're going to start manipulating the Final Fantasy XIV marketplace. You are an economist now. All of my crafter friends, crazy rich. I feel like I have a dozen digital sugar daddies, effectively. Because I go to all of my crafter friends, I'm like, can I have this? I really want this. It'll make my bunny look really good. And they're all like, yeah, we got you. And they just like give me things. I'm like, it's awesome. And then I'm like, I need this thing. Do you know what this outfit really needs? It really needs like a tiara or a diadem. Can you make me a diadem? And they're it's like, no, I can't make a diadem, but the goldsmith can make the diadem. And they hook me up with the gold, and it's just like so that's what it feels like. And I feel like a good for nothing piece of shit, constantly asking Santa Claus for gifts, and for some reason I get them. I feel like a spoiled child in Willy Wonka. It's great. All right, I'm gonna move us away from from the test screen. Let me check this. Sunflows. It's another friend who's a culinarian. So every now and then I'm just like, I need some food. I need some fine food. I need some high quality cuisine that makes my spells faster and my heals crit more, and they immediately just get to cooking. I do nothing. I contribute nothing. I cannot reciprocate generosity. All I do is sit there and my bunny looks so pretty. And every time I'm like, do you guys want me to pay you for this? They're like, no, we like to look at your bunny too. And I'm just like, great, thank you. We're all on the same page. Fucking, this is just my dress up darling. Vieira edition. It's fantastic. Okay. Yeah. One more test for good measure. I like the sides on 130, but the frame on 120. So I'm gonna see if I can combine that, see if I can't have my cake and eat it too. As soon as we transition to the BRB screen, by the way, I think this is gonna break. But we'll see. Thank you everyone for your feedback, by the way. This was really helpful. And why don't I have any runes? Oh, I ate shit. I ate shit all the way down there. Okay, so we're gonna get our stuff, and then I need a mental palate cleanser. So I'm gonna get my stuff, and then we'll leave. Why aren't I killing you entirely? That should have been a one-shot, unless these things are scaled differently. Ah, I don't have the fuck you, go to hell, I'm thinking about punching you, die. Talisman's equipped, so our build is not correct. Hey, Wild, what's going on? We have just made it into the Stone Fissure. But I'm thinking about doubling back around the Cerulean coast because there's definitely some things that we missed. And this feels like an important location. And I woke up feeling like I don't want to have to really pay attention. I want to kill things. And exploring would give me the ability to kill things. And then when we get tired of killing things, we come back. It's great. Okay, I want Alexander. I want... Honestly, I legitimately wish I could just pick all 4 from one window. Instead of having to pick one, go to a different slot, pick one, go to a different slot. But... first world problems, I guess. I want Carrion. I want Godfrey. And I want... Let's double the potency of our jump attacks, because the cloak that we're using, I believe, makes our jump attacks stronger anyway. Although enhancing the ability of charge, I don't know if weapon skills count as charged attacks. I'm gonna find out. Yeah, I'm gonna find out. We're gonna put Axe Talisman on. Long legs are not about quality of life features. You are correct. Just in case. I feel like we can make this fall. We cannot make that. How do I get down there? We've been down there before. I died down there. So how? Okay, maybe we need to go from a different location. I bet it's right here. Well, fuck me, I guess. I can't even blame this on a lack of caffeine because I had my tea this morning. I'm embarrassed. Yeah, the defining feature of the Souls-like. Heaven's Door, how do I get back down here? I'm missing something really obvious, and that makes me feel silly. This is where the floor crumbled. Okay, so the rocks are lying to me. So the rock is lying. Okay, you know what? Just in case. The rocks so rarely lead me astray. All right, not quite a one-shot, but it's a stagger into a crit, so I will take that. Weary, I don't think I'm ever gonna take it out of my physic. I can't believe I played the entire base game not using it. Okay. Well, there's no way back up. So maybe we should continue exploring until we get a grace point down here. That could be a nice call, because then we don't have to make the... But then we don't have to make the fall again. Especially if that's what we want to avoid. Okay. So... So there's a bunch of them over here. I really do miss plunge attacks. I have... deflecting hard tier? I'm not using that at all. I put that in there to experiment with it and immediately forgot it existed. That's kind of embarrassing for me. Ghost, what did you just finish? I'm gonna heal just in case. You know, I'm gonna sip this too. Come here. Stop walking away from me. Stop walking away from me. Easy. Easy. I'll be having that. Tons of sleep stuff down here. But the presence of the blood fiends does give me pause. The narrative associations there aren't great. Heavily on deflect. I really should try it. I'm assuming it's guard counter, but hink immediately instead of holding it. Musty, I forgot about that dragon. Did I not fight that dragon on, like, foot at ground level? How the fuck did I do that? Some of the shit I pull off in this game through sheer fucking force of will astonishes me. Pure spite? Yeah. That's just about how we got Soul Cinder hitless with a greatsword, so... Which I will never stop talking about, because that's like one of the coolest things I've ever done in a game. Okay. Oh! Oh! There's a grace point and a cross? That's awesome! Okay! Wait, but that means Mikola was here. No hitting Nightmare King. I just like him. Don't forget no hit and charmless. I just like him. Does it really? Okay, this is gonna sound like it's a shitty thing to say, but I don't mean it to be shitty. Is Grim Hitless Charmless like actually difficult? Because the fight feels like a dance, and once you fall into the right rhythm, I think it would be like a lot harder, if not impossible. So I think it's impossible for me to do Absrad hitless. I don't think that's ever gonna happen. Pure Vessel hitless was very difficult. I don't think I could do Pure Vessel charmless and hitless. But Grim, yeah. Grim's definitely difficult. It's an enjoyable fight though. What is this? We got a fragment. I abandon here my love. I don't really like that. Well, I was testing, the game was on while I was testing things earlier. This is our third message appraisal. I'm so happy to be helpful to people. You did Absrad charmless? And Trots, you're cracked. This isn't a horn scent. That's just a guy. Kindly Mikola. I see you've thrown away something you should not have under any circumstances. How will you salvation offer to those who cannot be saved when you could not even save your other self? So, I don't care for the implications here. I have been growing concerned that the DLC may be telling a story I simply do not want to read. And every day we play, it feels like we sink a little bit deeper into that suspicion. I
won!
Ilias, thank you so much for subscribing. How's your Sunday been? See, you've thrown away something you should not have under any circumstances. How will you salvation offer to those who cannot be saved when you could not even save your other self? So this, on its own, to me, is not damning, right? Because it's very clear, like the other self and all the sleep stuff, I'm gonna imagine this is Trina related. And I think even Tialie had a voice line about it being abandoned or something. Yes. Okay. So that on its own, honestly, like the, oh God. On its own, it doesn't seem like a bad thing. And then it's like, well, it could be a bad thing because you could basically substitute any one of the myriad of failures that Mikola has been trying to rectify here. So it's like, how will you salvation offer to those who cannot be saved when you cannot even like bring the Halig tree to fruition? Like, how will you salvation offer to those who cannot be saved when you cannot even give your brother a true death? How will you salvation offer to those who cannot be saved when you cannot cure your sister of rot? I really, really want him to win. He's legitimately the only good person in this entire fucking game. I really, really want him to have one dub. Please have a dub, Mikola. Please get a dub. I'm begging you to get a dub, dog. Okay, well, we found secret passage? Oh, you're such a piece of shit. You're such a piece of shit. Well, I don't think I can make that jump. Also, hi, Ren. What's going on? Goose, you can be unsubbed. That's cool. No one's ever under an obligation to sub in this chat. Evil birds. Okay, the evil birds have found me.
Good.
Haha, thank you for the follow. Restful Crow's a great username. Welcome to the community. Corvid solidarity is present between us.
I won.
Yeah, we... Okay. I know we said we'd find the grace point and maybe fuck off because this seems important. Ghost, thank you so much for gifting that sub to Goose. Can we get some love in chat for Ghost? But yeah, get fucked, Goose. Yeah, what are you gonna do, huh? Whoa, generosity and friendship be upon you. Oh, jeez. Okay. If I'm very torn because I'm tempted by the promise of story and lore information. But I think it's gonna bum me out really hard. And then on the flip side, it's like, well, is it not better to be bummed out really hard before investing more time into a DLC that may not be focusing on things you personally would like to focus on? Fuck it, I'm gonna leave it up to y'all. We're gonna make this a poll. Question will be, where go? Response will be, deeper, deeper down, fool. Or just walk out, Cerulean Coast. I don't have enough. Back to coast. We'll say blue coast. There we go. Y'all have a minute. And I'm gonna stretch because my shoulders are really tight. Goose, do you watch other different cool and queer Soulsborne streamers? Because I would like to know. I would like to see it. That is an overwhelming cast for Deeper Down Fool. I don't even think I need to wait for additional results to trickle in because I just don't think any. Yep, I guess we go down. Okay. Well, we'll start by joining the Bird Extinction Brigade. We'll kill a bunch of birds. I hate these birds. These birds have purple feathers, which previous birds did not. So that is interesting to see. I never associated these little guys with Saint Tree. Should I be associating all purple things? I don't know. I have no idea. Can I get up there? Can I no, we can get up here if we go around. Yeah! All right. Well, that sure is a bloodstain. So I guess we're gonna go this. Yeah, we'll go towards this bird instead. And there's an item back the way that we came, so that's good. They are, yes. I think if I fall here. Brave glove word. Oh, so did we just start a hype train? Thank you so much, everyone. That's interesting to see Ghost Flame, and I'm assuming it's Sleep because it's purple. I don't really want it to hit me. To see Ghost Flame and Sleep united. And we've got the Blood Fiends here as well. So if this is still meant to be like, I don't know. Are you serious? Can I seriously? They're really gonna make me parkour around the sides. See, that's not... Did it die? I don't know if it did or not. Oh! Hey! Well, purple is also associated with gravity stuff, so I guess it kind of depends on the purple. We cut that really close. You're still alive. Oh, I guess I didn't see you. Sorry, worm. Nothing personal, worm. I just don't want you to wake up and start giving me the laser beam treatment. Man, these pillars are so goofy. Let me up! You think I'm safe? Okay, so I'm safe if I hide behind here. Oh! Do I need to crouch? Oh, there's two of them. I really hate to say this, but this might be a job for a shield. This might be the best one. Sorry, I can't make the sound stop, so... I thought we ended up getting one in the DLC that was said to be very good for magic. We might just need to run with this, actually. Hang on. Okay, now at least we've got a break from one of the sounds. Boom, boom, boom. I knew lava dropped. Don't I dare what? I do want these other ones to die though, so. And I think they'll get pissed off if I just like run by them, so. Okay. None of them dropped anything. That's a little bit of a bummer. Do we think there's something up there, or should I go around? Oh, sure enough. I don't want to punch with the sword. Okay. Well, maybe we do want to punch with a shield. I've never knocked an enemy down like that before. Interesting. Yeah, I need there to be silence. Finally. Okay. Wow, but it really does just keep going up? Let's go back down then. Yeah. Let's go back down. And I'll see what's up here instead. Rain Ranged battle required ahead? Oh, boo! Come on! You needed ranged battle for that? Mm-hmm. It's crafting stuff. Okay. That's fine. I'm not mad. I'm not owned. I love to get crafting things. It makes me really happy. Yeah, like, you don't have to fight them. They explode, and it's proximity based. So I wondered if this was like a tattered cloth of some kind, but it's definitely oozing. So why are these coffins so big? What was buried in these coffins? Why are they here? Do I need to take this at a run, or can I just like straight up not get up here? Hup. Hup. Nectar Blood Virgin? That's new. A young shoot, heavy with velvety purple nectar. Material used for crafting items, said to burgeon forth where the nectar-like blood of abandoned Trina pooled. Is Saint Trina dead? That is better than trying to beat them to death, actually. Wow, I don't know if it's this area or my PC, but Elden Ring is not running very well today. So you all have my apologies if we have any. Do we think I can get up there? No, I don't think so. It looks like I could. But I don't think so. It's awfully close. Let's go. Let's go. Phil, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in. Were you playing more Nine Souls? What were you up to? Hi, everyone. I'm Crow. I am a non-binary caster on Twitch, and we are playing the Elden Ring DLC, having just encountered this area for the first time. So if you are also playing Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree, and this is not an area you have seen, and you want your playthrough to be as spoiler-free as possible, I would love for you to stay, but this would be a good time for you to skedaddle. The true ending of Nine Souls, the boss was... Ever since you started talking about how much you were enjoying that game, it's made me really want to return to it. I was hesitant on release because there wasn't a lot of information I could find about how like realistic some of the violence could be, although it seems heavily stylized, which should not be a problem for me. But I was still just like, But I've heard really good things about it, and you're making me want to give it another go. I am a big fan. Something that did stand out to me when I was playing Nine Souls, I really like when like talismans or paper charms feature in character design combat situations, and it's not terribly common, but to see it in effect in Nine Souls, it was satisfying to see. It was fun to use. It was scratching some good itches for me. There is one main scene that is pretty uncomfortable. Okay. Is that like closer to the end of the game or like middle-ish? What do you think? Oh! Ah! Sorry, hang on everyone. Rocks are exploding. Thank you, Chris. We just found this armor set last stream, and suffice it to say, I put that shit on immediately. Yeah, it is grass. You're right. Thank you, Elden Ring community. You are correct. They also have the mechanical, another grace point. They also have a mechanical benefit in increasing the amount of damage our jump attacks do, which is a treat. Looks good, fashionable and functional. Late middle, okay. Okay. I might see if I can try to find some more info on that. Or maybe just like, not look. Avert my gaze. So, Fisher Waypoint? We are still, where is this taking us? We should rest though. We do not have, oh. Yeah, what is this? It's, okay. I don't know what I expected. Time for introspect. Fuck off. No! That was bound to happen. Should be pretty easy for us to get our stuff, though. We could not, in fact, make that jump. I did know that. Thank you, Restful Crow. Yeah, it hinted at that in the description. Nice, and now I don't have to, like, be back in there and, like, try to jump. Okay. Some other stuff that would fall into the warning, but there was one main objectionable scene for me. But the pros outweigh the cons. Okay. I might message you about that later then. Yeah. If I pick your brain a little bit more. Gauge the vibes on that particular scene. Is this the way we're meant to be going? I think so. Awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'll take advantage of that. Are there... Oh, there are skeletons here? What? Did that skeleton just do a fucking somersault at me? Hey! I don't like when skeletons roll in Souls. Ah! If there's a bone wheel here, I'm putting the game down. Like, it will have been a nice run. We will have had a good time. We're just gonna... No. Okay. So there's skeletons here. I had sipped the physic, so we don't actually need to recollect anything. How many skeletons are there? At least 2, and they were really strong. Do I want to just maybe? Don't tempt me. Ah, your message was deleted because it's a first-time playthrough, so I don't really accept any, like, unsolicited, like, tips or tricks or advice. That was information I already knew because I read it in the item description, but the mods didn't know that, so they were just being careful. Okay. I think we went this way? Yeah, they really got me with that one. Where there was, like, one skeleton throwing a rock, and then 2 skeletons with swords. And an interest in cannonballing themselves in my immediate area. So did they like come out of the ground? Where did they come from? Sexy. You know what? I might put on the holy sword for this. Yeah. Because then they go down, I don't need to hit them again. So we'll get to a safe point up top. There should be one more guy. Now you're throwing fire at me. You're not looking at me at all. You have no idea what's going on. Nice. Yeah, I am going to put on a holy sword. So thus far, it's very interesting because we have seen blood fiends here, which have the association with Moog, obviously. And now we are seeing the skeletons, which would be like those who live in death, which I would associate with Godwin's ultimate like putrescence throughout the land. So we're seeing a lot of things that Mikla has been associated with sort of coalescing here in this place where he has abandoned his love, question mark, and his other self. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna put on the holy sword. Maybe we dual wield holy swords. We haven't done that in a while. What do we got? Health and Steeple is Ghost Flame, but it's not gonna be holy. For that, I think we're gonna want, yeah, Golden Order and Inseparable. Why shouldn't I have it? I'd like them switched, though, I think. Yeah, I want Inseparable in my main hand. Okay, we're gonna go this way. Ooze? I'm not sure if it's possible to stagger an ooze, or like maybe we should be setting this thing on fire. Well, it's taken us a while, but we're getting there. Nice, cool, got some putrescence. I'm gonna make a note to myself real quick. But they didn't get me in the face, so. See, and it's sad, because now I spec'd for skeletons, but this would be way better if we were using Rolana's swords for the fire buff, so. That's a chunky fucking two-hand hit, though. Did you see the damage on that jump attack? And now we've got the Misbegotten, which we find at the Halig tree. This is specifically one that we find in the Consecrated Snowfield, actually. There's just no fucking way to heal. Because in the time it takes me to get to heal, we're just getting hit again. Okay, so that's a 3-hit combo. 1, 2, 3. Multi-layered ring of light. So that enemy we find in a cave in the Consecrated Snowfield, and that actually gives us the sword that I have equipped right now. The Golden Order Greatsword. Forged by King Consort Radagon to proudly symbolize the tenets of the Golden Order, one of the legendary armaments. Telltale signs betray that this was once the Greatsword bequeathed to him by his first wife, Renala. Greatsword made of light, modeled after the Elden Ring itself. And I always thought it was interesting, because like, why did that Misbegotten warrior have that? Where did that come from? but I don't know if it was ever hinted at or theorized why. You know what? Now that we've killed a big guy, we need to read that item description, and this might be a good time for a break. And also, I am missing 2 deaths on the counter, one from skeletons, one from jumps. And we will be right back. Please enjoy the music, and I'll be back when the song is over. We are back. Sacred Blade is so good for... You don't get Sacred Blade super early, do you? Wait, why can't I open the map? Does the game think I'm in danger? The game thinks I'm in danger, or I just can't look at the map here, which is interesting. Because in order to get Sacred Blade, you have to finish Fia's quest line and bring in Dee's brother, which means you have to beat the big undead lich dragon, Fortisax? Maybe? You can do it before you get to Landel, but I'd say you're still probably like 60-70% of the way done with the game by the time you get it. Unless I'm misremembering pacing and stuff. These are a ton of bloodstains. Oh, you don't mean the inseparable sword, you mean Sacred Blade itself. Yeah, okay, no, I'm full of shit. I'm so sorry. I was confused. So we can go that way. Or we can go this way. I'm gonna go around this corner here. Nice, nothing there. See, I mostly don't tinker around a lot. This is not... Ah, hang on. See, I told you it would be fucked up. We gotta go to the... This is the old camera? New camera. See, I had to fix that. I told you it wouldn't be automatic. I think this might actually be at 130. And this is at 130, and I think we said we liked 120. I'll see if I can manually stretch it to be like 125, because I think that would be best. So I guess we need to make this jump. But I do a really poor job of actually using Ashes of War in the game. I tend to just stick with whatever the default weapon comes with. So suffice it to say, is there another why is there another grace point? We just had one. This is weird. So suffice it to say, I didn't actually end up using Sacred Blade until we got the inseparable sword. Oh no. Oh man. Oh no. Okay, so we find these items where Saint Trina's like blood was spilled. Am I gonna... Oh no. Is that gonna be the boss of this area? Oh man. Just like a really fucked up version... Birds? Hey, what the fuck is this Midsummer shit? Oh my god, are they sleeping? All of them except for that dirt over there. He's like, yeah, I'm not. I'm up. I'm awake. Oh no. And there's the summon. Oh no, you guys. Chat, I really hope I'm wrong. No! You killed a sleeping creature? This game is bad, actually. Hang on. The cursing. Manifesting failure and evil. Animosity. Animosity for that ghost, that player. I'm cursing. Okay, we sent bad energy to them. Fisher. Oh no. Oh no. This is gonna end up being a fog gate, isn't it? Oh, please say I don't want this. Oh, I don't want this at all. Someone's computer somewhere just good, Dr. Harm. You deserve it. You're killing a sleeping animal, and for what? What is your problem, even? We got to that grace point so quickly, it makes me think I missed something in a different part of the fissure. Uh-oh. Oh, we're fine. God, man, always a sociopath among us. We should be calling behavioral services. I didn't think I missed anything. Maybe they're just really close together? We can also retrace our steps later. Or maybe I heavens door it. Oh, please grant me the courage to fly to your feet, my dearest. All right, man. Okay, Saint Trina. Literally, Entrad is like, okay, so I see you wrote this dialogue yourself. Am I? No, 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 no. I knew it, because it was like this guy's looking over the edge and he's talking about feet, but also courage. The last time we were told to have courage, we were in the dragon place, and that's how we fought the ancient dragon man. Just in case I'm wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong. But just in case. I was not wrong. This reminds me a little bit of Midir's Arena, actually. That was the big dragon in Dark Souls 3, right? Hey, what is this? What? What is this? Ooh. No. Oh my God. Oh, no, please, please. I don't want to fight like a really fucked up, awful, horrible, disfigured version of Saint Trina. Please, I really don't want to. Is there like a big sleep dragon down here? It's big, like it's a dragon arena. What, huh? Putrescent Knight? Oh! Woo! Oh! 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 A hateful horse? Okay. Well, that was weird to see. So, we'll switch to the boss counter. It didn't switch because that's broken. Can I fix? I might be able to fix that really quickly, actually. Hang on. Yeah, I'm gonna fix this really quickly. Hang on. That's gonna be new cam. That's gonna be... It's taking me a second, but I'm getting there. Boss stats. That's gonna be hide. And then we'll make regular deaths show. Okay. Well, at least that I could fix. Maybe. Yes. No? No, I don't think it's doing anything. Oh, okay. I see what I fucked. Hang on. Show, and we'll copy. Everyone will say hide because it's a switch, so it has two different push toggles. Okay, what about now? Hey, okay. We'll clear out the boss death. Well, I'm gonna hope that the putrescent knight isn't a fucked up version of Saint Trina. But I'm still not happy about how this is all shaken out. I'll be quite honest with you. I do think I want the swords. I don't think I want holy. But that might be the best I can get. Well, we could just do Rolana. I mean, that's magic, so it's still split damage, but otherwise it's like, what are my options? Honestly, I kind of wonder how Godslayer's Greatsword would handle here. Because ooze stuff tends not to like fire. And that weapon will do fire damage. I think it's probably going to be far too slow. But we can see how we feel about the whole thing. So, do I need to kill the horse also? Is the horse even targetable? I wish that appraisal could have come just a couple seconds later when we were in combat. Oh, he just comes now! I don't even get a lot of time to summon. He just rolls up on me. 2, 3. Oh, nope. Okay, so the horse hurts. Oh, man, fuck this horse. Tiale is so cute, spewing his poison. I should heal. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I know you have a 5. Okay, so really wide, deceptively wide, I think. Yeah, deceptively wide area of control. But we're doing really well. I think it's like a quarter of his health gone, and I was mostly paying attention to learning instead of dealing damage. Weird. Why does it look like this? I kind of want to try Godslayer. Kind of want to see how that'll work. And I'm thinking let's do... We can never go wrong with more stamina. And maybe I want to be light rolling here as well if I can get there. I don't think I can, but it would be interesting to see, that's for sure. No, that's a shame. And then maybe, yeah, let's keep enhancing jump attacks. Well, we can also enhance attacks with a two-handed weapon. And if we're going to be two-handing, why shouldn't we have it? Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to give that a try. Let's see how that feels. Good, I hope. There's a part of me that's wondering if, like, the putrescence, is it all, like, silver tier connected? Because that's what that looks like to me. But... Horse! Oh my god, this horse sucks. I hate this fucking horse. I hate the horse. Holy shit. What am I supposed to be looking at? What on earth am I supposed to be focusing on? How do I get away from it? Okay. This is gonna be annoying. And what is even the design of this supposed to be? Because it's not like putrescence is Saint Trina related. Incantation of those who served Mikola. Multi-layered ring of golden light, fired forwards, cultivated by a tradition separate from Golden Order fundamentalism. And I think that tree in the background is Halig tree. Because I remember seeing this like woven motif on some of the Halig tree armor specifically. Because the putrescence as we know it... I shouldn't be looking at this right now. Yeah. I was way too early. Okay, so we missed, and now we're gonna get horsed. Yeah. Unbelievable. Okay, so this weapon is too slow. Which is weird. You would think we would have the range. I'm not sure why I missed. I'll do one more run with this weapon, and if we keep missing again, it's not worth it. We'll have to go back to straight swords. Like, it felt like this should be promising, but... I hate that the only viable strategy for the horse phase is just to disengage entirely. I don't enjoy that in fights. Okay, that was too soon. How am I missing? And Tialia does not hold any fucking aggro at all. Okay, we can't fucking use this because for whatever reason, every hit misses, which is crazy because I'm right fucking next to him. So that does not make any sense to me, but fine. We'll have to stick with Rolana's, which means we will need totally different sets for this. I don't think we're ever gonna have time to actually use this cameo, but I'll put it on anyway. This doesn't feel like it's gonna give us any extra damage, though. There's definitely a part of me flannelling that was like, is Tialia not holding aggro because the boss knows that he's just like my emotional support twink. Like, he's just there to be cute. At least this might give us the opportunity to try something with fire. We got a hydrate command! Hi, Lilith. How are you? Oh, bad time to sip. Bad time to sip. This boss does not wait. This boss does not wait. Okay. Okay, now Tialie is holding aggro. Horse. Should I heal again? I don't know. Fucking horse, I swear to God, dude. Okay, so it's 2 horse charges. We're gonna end up running out of flasks. Ooh, game did not like that. I can't hardly see anything. It moves like one of those giant corkscrewing skeletons. I'm really not enjoying this fight. I understand it's like kind of hasty to say that, only 7 attempts in. I don't like this design. I don't like an ad I can't target. I don't like the camera issues. I don't know. I don't know. I have a complicated relationship with this DLC, and I feel like an outlier because of it. Missed all of my hits just then. Can't even see him. Don't even know what's happening. Nice, we're gonna get horsed. Oh, Tialia, you're such a real one. You kept me alive just then. Baby girl. Baby girl, do you have like a sword? Can you stop throwing poison dust on them? You can throw that shit? This music is gorgeous. I can't, stop moving. I want you dead. Okay, if he dehorses, we're fucked. So I think we need to always be... We need to always be prepared for horse. Is he horsed? He's dehorsing. Where's the horse? There's horse. Now he's gonna do it again. Horse? Fuck, what a nightmare. Oh, great, a second phase? You know what? It's not fair that you can ride a horse and I can't ride a horse. It's frostbite. Super. Okay. Okay. Well, the fight's not getting better. Why don't I have a horse? Why is Torin just fucking hanging out in the whistle, not doing anything? Holding, like, oh, so comfy cozy in his little Pokeball. I wonder if I were to equip swords that weren't magic focused, if we would have a better damage differential. Okay, it's horse immediately to horse in, horse in. Okay, so 2, 3, 4, but he's not on me, he's on Tialia. But he can, in fact, pivot. Horse time. No, horse back. Where do I crit you? I mean, I saw the stagger, but where do I crit you at? Bad time to heal? Potentially. Horse? No, I have no horse. So is this like a jump? The DLC does appear to be placing a lot of emphasis on dodging via jump. And base game... We're just gonna die. Yep, because the fire staggers us just enough that it upsets the pace of our recovery. This fight's gonna suck. Between the constant movement and the attack we don't appear to be able to roll through, so we're just gonna be jumping all the time. If we're gonna be jumping all the time, we may as well fucking lean into it, I guess. Yeah, jump attacks all the way. And that might help offset some of what, if there's a magic damage mitigation, that might help offset that a little bit as well, so. Our damage is good, but our survivability is not. We got a fragment, but I don't think I can do any scattertree stuff at the moment. Horse. In. Horse. In. I don't really want your aggro right now. Eh. 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 Can I heal? I'd love to. I think we can heal. Nice. Wait, am I not two-handing my swords? Am I seriously? No, I was. Why wasn't I doing the right animation then? Am I just really used to the Now there's a thought. You know what? Fuck you. Hang on. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Where's my... No. Hang on. We've got the fuck you build for this. Give me a second. So jump attacks are useful? Yeah? Okay. Every single jump attack then is gonna hit you 8 times, and it's gonna be boosted by my talisman, and it's gonna be boosted by my cloak. Fuck you, die. Where are my twin blades? Where are my twin blades? Listen, it's not gonna be the blender build because that would have to be arcane specific. But they're my favorite weapons in the game for a reason. They feel good, they look good, and I just don't want to deal with this land. So, where are my twin blades at? We will need to Ash of War them if we want them to scale properly. So let's do Twinned Knight in 1, and I think it's Peeler in the offhand. As far as upgrades go, did I scroll past them? No, okay. Peeler. Yeah, it's Peeler. Because probably we don't have the arcane. Yeah. Okay, and then we've got... Do you just come with blood laws? No, you've been spec'd for that. All right, hang on. Ashes of War. What is even my build? We may need to respec. Yeah, 65 intelligence is not really helping us out since we aren't a carrion knight anymore. Which makes my next best stat dex at 44. Bit of a bummer in it. Okay. Well, that's kind of sick. This is twin blade specific. Yeah, I think I want it. And then what do we want to put here? Physical. I think we'll probably want to go keen or maybe quality. Let me take a peek and look at a couple notes. Or do we have any that are Twin Blade specific? Additional import. Missed ice spear. This is all blood stuff. I don't want blood stuff. We already have a crucible thing. Anything with fire? Skill of the... This is a DLC specific. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna stick that on. That makes the entire weapon deal fire damage. Interesting. Let's just get weird about it. Yeah. I want to get weird. Let's get weird. Yes. Good. Okay. So this is going to be all fire damage and then mixed Fizz Holy in the offhand. I'm going to see how this works. If they're vulnerable to fire, this will be huge. If they're resistant to fire and holy, this will be a little bit. But we can workshop it. I can't drink in midair. That's okay. We can workshop it. Okay, sip. Tialier. I die. Yeah, that was too soon. Whatever. Actually, he's really mad. I don't know where he is anymore, which is kind of a bad thing for me. Horse. Horse okay, but horse is on me, and knight is on Tialier. So honestly, that was not so bad. Yes! That's what I'm talking about. I'm so busy celebrating, I'm getting walloped. You're gonna wallop me? Don't wallop me. Do we think I can hit him while he's doing this? Shit. Jump. Nope, jump. I need you to jump a third time, and now I need you to heal, and then he's gonna put one straight down in front of you. Okay. Someone's gonna get horsed. In. I'm not letting you do this again. It was a remembrance boss. Okay. Let's go. There's literally no fucking problem in this world that Twin Blades can't solve. I swear to God. Fuck them. Hated them. Fuck them. There's a grace point here. Tialier's gone. I got a ton of runes. Okay. These all look like lilies. Oh, I hope it's not like, yeah, that was actually Saint Trina. Boots, thank you so much for the cheer. Will it blend? Everything blends. Okay, here's what I kind of do want to see, though. I'm going to switch these real quick. If I had used Aspect of the Crucible Wings, what would that have looked? We must blend more. We must blend additionally. I never ended up using Flame Skewer. Oh well. One day. Yeah, I think we're gonna need to spec back into Dex, lads. Or at least more of like a quality build. Because I don't think the int priority is doing anything for us anymore. I'm gonna rest. Garden of Deep... Oh, no. Yeah, who is the putrescent knight now? Look at me. Look at me. Okay. I'm gonna do a quick look-see. We definitely want that. We want that. This one might be able to do without. Is there something that increases crucible stuff? Because I feel like there might be. Maybe not. Interesting. I definitely thought there was something that increased the amount of damage like crucible skills did. But maybe I am totally off base here. It's just the attack power of skills, which would legitimately be good no matter what we were doing. Yeah, I guess not. Yeah, but that doesn't increase the amount of crucible crucible skill damage. That just has crucible in the name. Well, that's okay. Maybe, oh, yeah, I guess I'm misremembering. Just like wishful thinking. I'm gonna level up. I think we might need to respec. Because there is... Yeah, there's not really any reason for us to have the intelligence because we're not casting anymore. It was really fun while it lasted, but I do think we... Oh, that's right, that's right. All tainted flesh eventually becomes putrescence, and this clump of it imbibed Saint Trina's nectar, which granted it eternal rest, and so it was that putrescence became her... It didn't seem like a very restful putrescence to me. On the contrary, the putrescence felt quite active. The putrescence felt energized. So, yeah, I think we should respec. Here's what I'm thinking. Do I need the int requirements for any spell? I don't think so. I don't think so. Does Renala's have an int requirement built in? Or Rolana's, rather. Because that is DLC specific and I do enjoy using them. If I can find them. We'll get there. Maybe I have too many weapons. I think int 40 and we can just redistribute the other 20 points, honestly. Oh, int 16? Yeah, if we're not going to be using any spells then. Yeah, let's respec. Because my main stat being 65. But everything's scaling going off of a stat that is 44, or in strength's case, 33. Really not doing me any favors. I'm gonna look at our spells one more time. I'd like to keep Faith where it is, which is third. I'm gonna take a picture of my current stuff, actually. Good, okay. Bonk. And then, no, I legitimately don't think I need any of this. If we decide we want to do magma stuff, int 40, boom, easy. Or we just say, fuck you, we've done a bunch of int. I don't need any more int. Yeah, let's just see what happens. Let's see how we feel.
Is it thy wish to yet again be...
Well, I mean, you've all seen my stats, right?
Not, I would bet.
Yeah, like, you all know this build's not optimized. Behold! 50 vigor, 34 strength, 44 dex, 65 int. And we haven't done any int stuff since we started the DLC. We were at Carrion Knight for a little bit, but the lack of like tactile input and then ability to crit when we got into bosses, especially Dancing Lion, like really pushed us off of that super fast. So the only weapon I'm actually using that has any int scaling at all is gonna be Rolana's, but that's an int scaling of D. And that's our best stat. It's D. So, you know what? Yeah, I think we should move into something more quality.
Now.
We're gonna want to keep this at 50. I like Faith at 31 just for the benefit of 17. That was purposeful. And we don't need. I'd like to take you to 48 at minimum. I had a table at one point of being able to use like as many weapons as possible. But I might not have written it down or aha! No, here we are. So if we want to use everything in the game, we need strength at 40. I'll keep mind at 26. I'll keep endurance at 30, even if that feels egregious. Can I get you to 40? Almost certainly. Now, we won't be able to do all of the incantations or all of the spells, but as far as weapons go, and I think Arcane, the only thing we won't be able to use is like Mogwin's Spear, but I'm not really interested in Moog stuff anyway. So this is solid. I've got a handful of points left to distribute. Easy. This might be okay. If I took Faith off, I could get them both to 60, but I really like the freedom of being able to cast Law of Cause, what the illusion dispelling whenever I want. So main stat will be 13 points down, but I'm actually going to be using weapons that scale with the stats that I have, so maybe this will come out relatively equivalent. I probably could have done less mind, actually, but... And I was not at all paying attention to how this would affect my actual damage stats. That's scaling with Faith now. Can I change that? Hang on. Sorry, everybody. Why is this glowing like that? Visions of Ruin? I don't like that. Oh, I bet it's selling. It's almost certainly selling. So, can I have wings on, but have it scale with something else? So we got standard, heavy, 255, 294. Keen is in fact going to be the best, I think. Wow, okay, maybe quality is the benefit that we're looking for. So, Keen is 255, 294. And then quality is 237, 327. So that's a 40 increase off a 20 decrease. Yeah, so it's quality. We're going to be building with quality now. You, I think, can only be fire. I think it's fun if it deals a little bit of fire damage, actually. And if we decide that we want something holy, we can always pop that back on. Is there anything else that is like twin blade specific? Or something that we've not used? Sacred Order, Sacred Blade, Thunderbolt, Lightning Slash, Lightning Ram! I forgot we can copy them, that's so cute. Spinning Slash could be if we wanted it to be. I can't believe Black Flame Tornado is an Ash of War. That's nuts. We should see what we get from that remembrance, too, also. Yeah, I think we're good for right now. Yeah. Yeah. So this should be a bunch of damage. We've got double the jump. We've got skill. If we really wanted to pad it out, we could also do Greatly raise attack power with successive attacks. Can we stack that with Millicent's prosthesis, actually? Because that'd be nasty. Haha, that's so nasty. All right. It feels so good to be home. Baby girl, no, you still have a picture of your ex hanging up in the library? Girl. Renala, you are still down so bad for this man. I can't blame you. Same hat. But girl, this ain't helping. This ain't healthy. This is not healthy for you. Like, baby girl, you gotta take this shit down. Okay. I'm gonna take us to Lost Grace. Because I want to see what we can get from that remembrance. And then I believe someone updated our boss counter already, so I will go ahead and add 9 deaths. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Easy. What do we got? Weapon wielded by the Putrescent Knight. Great cleaver of hardened putrescence affixed to an arch fashioned from human bones. Gains power from the wielder's arcane attribute. Spinning guillotine. I don't really... We could use it if we wanted. It doesn't really strike me as neat. Launches a whirl of putrescent jets that explode shortly after impact. Bathe the area in ghost flame. In an age-long past death with a capital D, which we usually only see reserved for, like... destined death, was burned by ghost flame. Even the remains of tainted flesh were given equal treatment in death. Okay. None of this really, like... I don't know why, but I was going to end that sentence with, none of that really tickles my tortillas. Oh, you know, all right, it's fine. And I'm assuming both of these have been fully upgraded. Oh, yeah. Love, 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 love it. I'm going to swap these, though. Yeah, I want the quality one up front, because I think that's going to be the main damage anyway. All right, back we go. I don't even know where I am anymore. I really wish there were a way to see underground. It's weird to me that we can go underground in the base game map view, but not in the DLC. Am I wrong? Is there actually a way to see underground? I think we were at the Garden of Deep Purple. Okay. I always exist in a state of wanting tortillas. Okay. I'm like...
Centrina. Oh, Centrina. What velvety ambrosia is this? Your poison and the sweet sleep that follows. Oh, please, let me hear your voice.
I'm in a sanctuary. Where is Tialier? Hi, baby.
Hello.
I love him.
Thank you for your help.
Obsessed with him.
Without it, I wouldn't have seen Centrina again. I'm drifting off in the sea of her poison. Soon, I will hear her voice. Let me be. I won't be long.
Why is she poisoning you? Oh, yeah, you're literally in, like, a little fucking puddle of, like, purple slime. Okay.
Oh, I almost forgot. You mustn't follow my example. Centrina's poison would plunge you into an eternal slumber. It must be me. And only me.
Dog, is this gonna kill
I'm
you?
gone. A drift in sleep, so that I may hear Centrina's lost voice. Let me be. I am God so that
So this
I
is
may
really
be.
interesting because in base game, if you remember the early stages of Ranni's quest, she falls asleep and becomes non-responsive at the same time that Rajier falls asleep and becomes non-responsive, and he is aware that it's happening to him. I think they both might be. And I'm wondering if that's Trina adjacent now? But I don't know why it would be. Okay, we got a cookbook. The Lulling Branch. Okay. I'd like to see what that does. I'm assuming it's sleepy stuff. Tree branch blessed with a velvety purple incantation. Craftable item. Pierced oneself, causing a gentle buildup of sleep. FP gradually recovers during this time. When the sleep reaches the threshold of causing temporary fogginess, no FP loss is incurred. In the midst of drowsiness, there is the will to awaken, feelings that rise from the depths of one's heart. Have we seen that sigil before? It's not the same ones we see on the jar people, because I wrote that down. But I feel like we've seen this emblem. Although I can't for the life of me remember where, or how, or why. Why is there so much blood here? Okay, well, whatever is happening, it's all the same. Do you have, like, a flower in your hair? Where did you get that? It's all the same motion. Therefore, try to sleep. Pathetic sort ahead? Don't give up, seek sleep. Is this Heaven's Door? Yes or no? If I say leave, can I choose to imbibe later, or is this a decision I have to make now? Because I wanna whip out my telescope and I wanna look. I can come back. Okay. Oh my God. Is this Saint Trina? They're like a person, but also a lily? Or maybe they got fucked up after they were given a different kind of form. But Marika and Radagon, well, I guess they're two different beings, but they share the same form. This is almost like the form was split. Maybe? Also, yes, John, I think you're right. I think it's the same. I think it's the symbol that we found from the Greece, actually. Which I think now indicates that sleep has its own sigil of magic. Where's the Greece? 100%. Sleep has its own fucking school of magic. I cannot believe I called that yesterday. Maybe there were sleep spells in base game that I skipped over. Just like didn't remember. But yes, absolutely. This is it. But it's only present on eternal sleep, not on soporific. So it's eternal sleep specifically. Whereas this is the symbol of like the Halig tree or like unallied gold or Nicola stuff. Okay. Okay. I wish it wouldn't take my... My lamplight away. This sucks. Are they sleeping? Are they dead? And what did you say?
I am God so that I may hear St. Trina's lost voice. Let me be.
So you're lost in poison to hear her voice. And I was given the opportunity to imbibe nectar. What is that? Is that going to be a key item? No, that's Celestial Dew. Is that going to be... Oh, that's right. I have a bell bearing now. Is that going to be in like my regular? Is it a tool? No, I don't see anything. No, this is a concoction. But I don't have any nectar? Unless I'm just like slurping up plant juice. But I don't think that's the case. Okay, we're gonna take our break here. And I might dupe my save file. And then I think we're gonna do this when I come back. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna get some tea. I'll be right back. Enjoy the song. Hey everyone, hang on, let me fix so old camera, new camera. I think it might actually be zoomed in one too many. Yeah. New camera. We're still liking? It's still good? It's an improvement, we all agree? Okay. I didn't dupe my save. Let me do that right now. Sorry. Okay. I think I know where it lives though. It's gonna be PC, users, me, app data, roaming, Elden Ring. And I'm just gonna put this on the desktop. New folder. Garden of Sleep. Garden of Purple Garden? Purple Garden. I forget what it was actually called. Paste. Okay, good. Okay. It's weird to me that there are so many bloodstains over here, specifically. Yeah, I'm gonna call this right now. If this is a fucking Fia dream situation, where I talk and I imbibe nectar or whatever, and I go and I kill, so I'm gonna be really, really bummed out. Like, impossibly bummed out. We're slurping? Oh! I need me a sleep like that. For real, for real. But, hey, what? Okay, so for whatever reason, this is where your bloodstain goes. So that's why all of those bloodstains are in the corner. Talia, how you doing, my man?
I am gone, adrift in sleep.
You know, you can't really be like, I'm sleeping right now.
Trina's lost voice.
If you're talking, you're not sleeping, sweetheart. What are you? Yeah, I guess the game does that, so if you're playing in multiplayer, it doesn't clue you into the fact that this is gonna kill you. We have a hydrate command also. My tea is way too hot to sip, but I'll sip when my tea is cool. So, but what is... How many, is this changing me? How many times do we think I can do this? Is this gonna turn my eyes purple? Because that would be kind of sick. I want to see the collapse animation. That's so well animated. The very slow flump. Tialier over there lost in the sauce. And by sauce, I mean grease. Well, now my runes are here instead. Why are my runes moving around? Is this doing anything?
Gone, so
No,
that
you're
I
not
may
gone.
hear
Adrift in
some
sleep.
tree-
I'm not hearing any voices. And I can't drink my I was like, let's just drink the physic, but that doesn't seem to work. Something has to change at some point, right? I feel like I should do a fit check here. Yeah, if we're gonna be... it took a little longer to show up that time, I feel. I might do this like 1 or 2 more times. I'm hoping it's not like, oh... Because either nothing is gonna happen. Like this is setting the stage for something that happens later.
Why won't you share your voice with me? Grant me more of your poison, that I might drift further into sleep. Perhaps then you'll grace me with your voice.
Either it's something that happens later or it's something we have to do like a stupid number of times.
Please, leave me alone. Please,
No, but I
Leave me
love you.
please.
No. Okay, yeah, I want to do a fit check. I wish I had something purple. This might legitimately be the only purple thing we have, but it's not cute. I wish I had cute purple stuff. What a shame. What a miss! I've been playing too much Final Fantasy because I was like, can I die any of these? No. That's not a thing we can do in this game. No, there's nothing. There's really nothing. Maybe we'll just change our head. That's purpley. Maybe we can just change the headband. Because I do like the mechanical effect of the Black Quill armor. That's kind of cute for us, actually. Some purple flowers. Can I do purple anywhere else? Like if we want to keep the feathers on, is there anything else that skews purple at all? Anywhere else? It doesn't look like it. Ay, what a shame. That's too bad. Are you gonna talk? This theme is a triumph of composition. No, we're still dying? Maybe we need to do it like 3 more times? Because I think it took 3...
Mikhail, stop. Don't turn the poor thing into a god.
Is Mikola not already a god? No, Empyrean. So, godhood prepared, godhood eligible. Marika was a god. Or was the Elden Beast specifically a god? Because that was god slain. I think it works either way.
Please.
I'm gonna sleep again, maybe. Like, I want to keep sleeping. Do we keep getting more? Is that it? I don't know.
Oh, thank you not to lie to me. I am the chosen, not you. Only I can doze off in the sea of St. Trina.
Okay.
Why would you hear her voice when I cannot? If you should utter these cruel untruths
No,
to me
no.
again, I won't be held responsible for my actions.
He's gonna Okay, we might have to play this multiple times. I don't think this is, I think he's gonna fight me, and if he fights me, he's probably gonna die, and that's gonna bum me out really hard. So we might metagame this a little bit with some scave summing. I said scave summing. Yeah, I think we're gonna save scum this, but we'll see what happens.
Please, enough. I cannot believe your cheek.
I want to kiss you so bad.
And I will stand for it no longer.
Yeah, wait a minute. We're in a sanctuary. You can't fight me here.
I will never forgive you.
Oh, come on. No!
Never forgive you.
You better fucking say something to me.
Would be Mikola's prison. A caged divinity is beyond saving.
What does that even mean?
I will never forgive you. For your trespass, you will know my poison.
Oh, come on. It's just it's just poison. You don't even have like, you're so pretty. Like, I would treat your cervix so right. Can we make this, can we come to a better understanding here? I really hope. I don't. This is a joyless experience for me. Yeah. I think we're gonna have to scum this, and then I might have to Heaven's Door some stuff.
Such strength.
just died? Like, actually dead? Seek help. I'm right. You, oh, no. 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 Talk?
You. I was no good to anyone. Beginning to end. Weak as a kitten and thick as two planks.
That's why I
I
love
suppose
you.
dying
No!
is fitting, in a way.
No dying!
Tell me, please, assuming you spoke the truth back then. What did Centrina tell you? Tell me, please, assuming you spoke.
Is
the
it not
truth
gonna give
back
me the
then.
fucking option to actually tell him?
What did Centrina tell you?
You're fucking with me right now. I don't even get a dialogue option to tell him?
Tell me, assuming you spoke
Heaven's door,
the
is this a
truth
bug?
back
What's going
then.
on?
What did Centrina tell you?
Not a bug. Okay.
Tell me, assuming you. What did?
Drink again. Seek sipping. Okay. Oh, for a second I thought we were walking somewhere else.
You must kill Miguel. Grant him forgiveness.
We're gonna sit on that for just a second. I have twink business to attend to.
Tell me, please, assuming you spoke the truth back then. What did Centrina tell you? You are a wretched soul.
Why?
A nightmare come to plague me. Such a thing
That's what I'm saying, Tialier.
be. Could it? Centrina,
No.
please let me hear your voice in my everlasting slumber. Centrina, let me hear
Okay,
your
so
voice
he's with me that that's crap actually.
in my
You must kill Miguel. Grant him forgiveness.
Forgiveness for what? For being the only fucking person in the entire game to try to do any good at all? You're joking. You're fucking with me. Oh no. Is he getting the Rajier treatment? Nah, come on. I didn't hear the glug sound. I think I'm too busy being mad. Shut the fuck up.
Kill Mikhail. Grant him
Again,
forgiveness.
from what? Literally never done anything wrong. Oh no, godhood is a prison. It would suck to be a god. What are you talking about? Damn, bitch, you live like... Okay. So, he's not changing. So I'm gonna do this like 2 or 3 more times, I think. And then if nothing changes, I think maybe there's no more progression here. A talisman depicting a smiling Saint Trina. A vision conjured deep within a certain man's heart raises attack power when sleep is triggered. Only I am allowed to know of your velvety sleep, its sweetly gentle embrace, so please smile for me and only me. This, like, hair interwoven with flowers actually really reminds me of Melania's hair, like, interwoven with butterflies. Okay, yeah, we're gonna do this a couple more times. I'm thinking like 2 or 3. I'm also not counting these as deaths because they feel unavoidable. I don't want to hear it. Don't start with shut the. Can I just like? Oh, I can skip it. Yeah, I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear this shit. Okay, so there's 1. Yeah, we'll round it out to 3 because it seemed like I think 3 was the number it took for something to change initially. So we'll do 3. Feels totally arbitrary, but whatever. And then if nothing changes, I think he's gotten Raji'd, and I don't think he's ever waking up. Nope. No, nope. You don't even open your mouth if that's all you're gonna say. 1, 2. This might be the last one, maybe. Okay. And after this, if nothing changes, maybe things are just stagnant for right now. Right, but Tialie's dialogue is what I'm trying to see if it changes. Because that seemed to change in response to the other thing, but it took like 3 things for it to change for Tialie. So this is my last one though, if nothing else changes.
You must.
Okay. Quick Heaven's Door, just Yeah, for knowing if this is like done or paused for right now. Heaven's Door. For now, are we done here? Yes or no? Britannia says no. John says yeah. For now, you are done. Okay. This presents a problem to me. A personal fail state for the DLC. For me. A non-negotiable, you missed the mark. For me. Other players have different experiences, perspectives. That's fine. I can only speak for myself, my expectations, and the types of media I like to consume. For me, this DLC hits an immediate fail state if we kill Mikola. Wasn't worth it. Shouldn't have played it. Not gonna enjoy it. So this poses a very, very real problem for me personally. I'm hoping this is some nonsense. I'm hoping this is some nonsense and it's not foreshadowing. Because if it's foreshadowing, we're not finishing this. I also think my twink is dead, which sucks. But I'm just not interested in reading that type of story if that's the type of story that the DLC is going to be telling. So, I'm very torn. And I'm just talking through my thoughts right now. This is not a Heaven's Door. I'm not really sure what to do, I think. Because on the one hand, there's the part of me that's like, if this is where it's all gonna go, isn't it better to know now and just say, okay, not for me, and set it down, than investing a lot of effort and time into something that falls apart for you? Like, only at the end of all things? Or is it better for me to keep going with the specter of dread looming over my shoulder, hoping such a thing doesn't come to pass? And that's kind of mentally where my, like, scales are at right now. I mean, it seems like we still have, sure enough, Saint Trina. I can take this down because this has been finished now. It feels like there's still a lot left to do. So there's still time for things to change. I think it's possible, maybe Saint Trina is salty. They can't be a god with Migla. You know, like, we don't necessarily have to trust the things that we're hearing. Because we do still have all of the Cerulean Coast, all of this red stuff. This fingerprinty zone right here. All of the dragon stuff. Although, to be honest, most of this area looks completely unexplorable beyond what we've already done. Like, I don't really see any secrets here. Or, like, anything that looks like a cave or, like, a secret. I don't know. Maybe if we re-explore with the benefit of the map, that will change for us. We got whatever this is. We got all this green stuff. We got all of this stuff here. A different fingerprinty area. And more green. So there is a lot of material left. It's just a matter of whether or not all of that material is padding to what would ultimately bookend this as a failure to me. Or if I won't know, if it's like psyching me out with this and I won't know unless I play more. Yeah, she might be toxic. Dahlia slipping under. Man. Yeah. What if it's not the thing that I would legitimately never play Elden Ring again over? What if it were something, what if it were literally anything other than my worst case instant fail, this wasn't worth it, shouldn't have bought it, regret playing it condition? That would be nice if it were not, if it were literally anything but that. Literally anything but that. But what about Godwin? Where's my, what's the Godwin stuff? There has to be. They have to answer that question. One suggestion I'd like to make, if you're not feeling invested, you can ask about areas and routes to save you some time. That feels like speedrunning disappointment. And if I'm gonna speedrun disappointment, I should just Heaven's Door it. That is not a Heaven's Door. Okay. I don't want to end things here. I'm overly contemplative in what I think is not a good way. I want to look at my cross map. Hang on. So that's what we had. So those are the ones that we saw. Okay, so the ones that we saw are marked out because the crosses are gone. And then there were 1, 2, 3, 4 more. So our original 3 crosses were 3 Path, Main Gate, Castle Ensis. So that's 3. So we're looking for 1, 2, 3. I'm missing 1. Okay. Can we tell which one we're missing? It's hard for me to read the map, actually. It's so tiny! I wish I could zoom in on it. Wait a minute. Based on this, I don't think... I think there's 2 more. I think the one down here isn't on this map. This makes it seem like immediately after Castle Ensis, there's one to the south, south, north, east, super north. Okay, hang on. South, north, east, super north. So north, east, super north would put us at Shadowkeep. But I didn't remember seeing a cross, but it could be inside the Shadowkeep, I guess. But I didn't see one down here. And it seems like... Yes. The one we just found isn't on this map. The one on that map that we're missing is north. Which puts it inside the Shadowkeep or just before or just after it. This music. What I will say for the DLC, does anyone remember the zone where I was like, this background music's amazing. This is incredible. There's no reason for the background music. I don't remember that area, but this falls into that same category. How many do I have in total? Hang on. So if there were 3 on the first map and I got, and then 4 on the second, and then we found this one down here, We're missing one on the main map, I think. So that in total I found 7. In total I found 7. Dragon! Dragon! That is totally it. It was so sinister. It was so tense. The music, 95 Rock fan has been, username checks out, has been great. So yeah, I found 7, I think. If I'm interpreting this note correctly, then what we're missing is inside or just before or very close to the Shadow Keep. Okay. I'm gonna take us out of here, and I'm gonna have us check out the coast. And if I can set us up for this, I would like to do that, because I believe we have a note for this area anyway. But, just so you all know where I'm coming from, if we continue to play the game, and it becomes very clear that, like, yeah, surprise, we are going to fight and kill Mikkel, I will not be continuing the DLC. So, that's just not really something I want to participate in. It's not the kind of narrative that I want to consume. Maybe that makes me weak. Maybe I'm coping badly. But that just doesn't interest me. So, yeah, I'm going to set us up. We'll do a palette cleanse moving through this zone, which I think we can do pretty quickly. It seems big, but we move fast. And see if I can set us up for this. Yeah, like, I'm trying to think of a game where it's a good game and people like it, but it's not the kind of story that I would like to play, so therefore I don't. But I don't actually know that much about video games to give an equivalent situation here. I'm trying really hard to contextualize this, though. Or like a movie that made like, yeah, okay, there we go. Fighting Mikkola is Game of Thrones Season 8 tier to me. Where it's just like, oh, cool. None of this was worth it. Oh, no. Oh, geez. Oh, gosh. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. I'm not going to pass judgment on whether that's right or wrong, but that would be my response. So I'm going to take us out. We're gonna walk around. So it's not even an attachment to Mikkola specifically, so much as I do not believe that the transformation of arguably the only character from base game consistently portrayed in a good light, genuinely, I do not believe that transforming that character into a villain is really, like, good storytelling. You could make the argument that it's like, it's the Griffith effect. I'm like, yeah, maybe. That worked for Griffith. I don't really need to see that done here, I think. There are just other topics, other questions, other subjects that I would rather the DLC have focused on if it comes to that, right? Like, I want to know more about the Glomide Queen, which we may not get here. You know, sometimes we don't get things. We never got more about Velka, right? And I was constantly like, we're going to get more information about Velka. Never did. And that's fine. Increasingly, as I play the DLC, I find that the question that overwhelmingly needs to be answered, the specter that quite literally needs to be exercised, is the Godwin question. Because it's not enough that the more we see of him in this DLC, and we've only seen 2 of his little corpse buddies, right? His surrogate corpses. But the more I see of it, the more that I, as a player and as a lore enthusiast, take that to mean that, like, no, there is no ending of the game, barring one, which I think is the worst one, that ultimately, or maybe 2, maybe Fia's would, that ultimately answers the question of how we handle that rot spreading from the roots of the Erd Tree into the greater world as we know it. Because it's like, yeah, we can repair the ring. That doesn't stop the cancerous spread of the Prince of Death's influence, which is malign. There is no, right? Like, there's no stopping that. And we see it here, too. This is a realm-wide putrefaction. And increasingly, the more I'm exposed to it here, the more I think, okay, so in an ending where we just repair the ring, that doesn't stop. That keeps spreading. That keeps growing. So that ending doesn't no ending except for the one where we burn it all down actually solves that problem. And especially since we know that Mikola was looking for a way to give Godwyn a true death, it feels like that is a question the DLC should address, personally. So it's not even an attachment to Mikola so much as, of all of the things the DLC could have, that's just not on my list of topics I care about. I don't care about his potential griffification. I just don't care. And you can make an argument with some of the most recent NPC dialogues that we've had, right? Where it's like, oh, Mikola charmed us. Now the charm is broken. That was kind of fucked up. Or like, in Lada's case, I guess the charm made her a better person. Because she was immediately uncharmed and now she's like, she wants to fight people. Or the Redmane, who's just like, yeah, we were charmed. It's fine. I don't really have an opinion on that. I guess you could potentially argue that like the only reason people in base games say positive things about Mikola is because they were all charmed to do so. But I don't think that holds up to scrutiny when you investigate his actions, right? Like the establishment of a tree that gives sanctuary to those that the Erd Tree itself does not protect. Good. Trying to cure his sister's rot god condition. Good. Trying to answer the Godwyn question. Good. Like it's not enough. It's not enough. It's too shaky of a foundation. But yeah, I don't know. Of all of the things the DLC could have done, if this is the direction it goes in, it's just not a direction I want or care about at all, especially given all of the other directions that might have been possible. Again, maybe I'm coping badly. Maybe I'm just a big fat fucking whiner. But that's where I come from the storytelling perspective. It's not about Mikola specifically, so much as what we already know to be true of him, and all of the other ways he's inexplicably connected with the base game's biggest issues. It would read to me ultimately as cheap and lazy, I think. And maybe that's not a judgment that I have a right to pass. Is there really no closer grace point? I guess not. All right, so we'll just go back here, I guess, and we'll work all the way down. I thought we had one at the midpoint, but maybe not. Anyway, I hope that makes sense, and I hope that people who already have a full knowledge of the DLC feel that that is a fair assessment or a fair perspective to have. I know for me personally, I never like enjoying something and then listening to a person go, here's why that would be bad, actually. So I hope I'm not coming across as like unreasonable or like annoying. I don't know. Yeah. It's just a personal non-negotiable for me, ultimately, at the end of the day. And if other people don't have that, that's fine. But the only lens I can enjoy this from is one that does not do one thing. So I think it's helpful to go with that. Okay, yeah. And that makes me feel better. Thank you for your patience, everyone, as I just kind of like talk through my thoughts on that. I enjoy the discussion around lore and your expectations, even when the lore might not be living. Thank you. Thank you. And it does feel like, for as much of the DLC as we have seen, I'm not actually sure what story it's trying to tell anymore, which is interesting. Because the biggest lore developments for me are Godwin's corpse surrogates and St. Trina down here like, yo, I have some bad advice for you. But what is the goal? What? Why are we here? What lesson should I be taking? I'm not actually sure. So we made it a point to do all of this. I'm gonna have us go down this way, around and back up. We'll do all the blue, and then we'll jump into the red zone. I feel like that makes a lot of sense. Drink my purple Kool-Aid. Don't you want some of my actual fucking poison? And it's like, okay, well, I don't know. And we'll try to avoid killing horns. I had this here because I kept hearing like a sparkling sound that made me think that there was a scarab nearby. But I think ultimately that might just be some of the ambient noise in this area. Hi, Helen! I don't think this is necessarily relevant. It doesn't help. This is the first... Oh, that is also an interesting perspective. This is the first This is the first FromSoft DLC I am playing as DLC after the game is over, instead of DLC I play at the end of my first playthrough just before we tackle the final boss, which may also have something to do with it. Joe really enjoys the way I play these games, your insightfulness and dedication to lore. So thank you. Thank you. It's been tough to juggle because ultimately this DLC isn't clicking with me in the way that I wanted it to. And I've been really reluctant to admit that. But I think that may have been slipping through a little bit. But I still have hope, and I still really want to click with it. I see so many people on the Discord who have had a lot of fun with it, and I like to enjoy things. I like enjoying media. So it's been interesting juggling some initial misgivings with what now might be a total deal breaker. But I'm glad that I'm doing it in a way that is still like fun to be around for, which to me is the ultimate victory here. If I can talk about something that I'm not enjoying at a maximum level, but in a way that doesn't make people go, oh, this sucks, I'm out of here, I've won. Yeah, Queen of Poison is like, hey, you should kill the... Like, I'm definitely not mad I'm stuck down here as a flower person. I just think you should kill... It's like, okay, all right. Maybe we'll take your words with a grain of salt. Or a lot of salt. I don't know. Okay, so we've got some dogs. Yeah, this area isn't as big as I thought it would be. We'll see if there's anything on this main island, and then I think we might be good to just keep the circle going. Yeah, because this would take us up. Admittedly, we've not gone over here. We could do that. I know we went up here because I remember climbing this and getting, like, a fucking arteria leaf at the end, so. Yeah, something that Elden Ring in general has really excelled at is an absolutely breathtaking art direction, right? Some of the visuals that we've seen have been incredible. And that we have seen that through most of all of the FromSoft games that we've played. Elden Ring, by nature of being the biggest, I think probably has the most. But it's been interesting too, contrasting, because for those of you who weren't with us for our first playthrough of Elden Ring, it was the first FromSoft game I ever played. Right, this is where we found the map. So if we go up here and then take a turn to the left, I think we'll be able to get to that area, maybe near the dragon that we didn't fully explore last time. And wait, what? You're fucking with me. There was a mid-grace point. Oh my. Well, then what cross is this? Wait, hang on. I thought I was. So now we found 8? I abandon here my doubt and vacillation. Okay, so we've had. I abandon a piece. I abandon a part of my body. I abandon a part of my body. I abandon a part of my body. I abandon my body. I abandon my eye. I abandon here my doubt and vacillation. I abandon here my love. Heaven's door. Do we know the message I'm missing from memory? Does anyone know what I'm... Because I swear it was 3 bodies. It was like part, full, I, doubt and vacillation, love. So I'm missing one. Maybe. Haven't been keeping track. I might ask on Discord to see if we can get some of those pasted. But yeah, it's been interesting playing through Elden Ring again after having been... Hand? No, not Torrent. After having been exposed to the other formulas, because I was initially quite a fan of the open world design. And now I think that it might highlight some weaknesses of the formula in this particular manifestation. Not in an unfun way, but sometimes I think back on like the level design of like DS1 or DS3 or Bloodborne, which I think really nailed it super well, especially with the moon phases dictating how areas changed and what areas you could not access. And sometimes I miss that because I can go anywhere, I can do anything. But a linear application to the From Software, it feels a little bit tighter. It feels just a little bit tighter. I know one message you don't have yet. If you could, well, I don't want to know a message if I don't have it. I just want to know if I can't remember it. Because we've got Cerulean Coast, Doubt and Vacillation. Fissure Cross is love. And then we've got the initial first 3, which I swear were just all body. Body, body, body. We could just go to all these and check. They are at grace points. And then I think this was I. No, body, I. I don't remember what was at Morith. That might be it. Fuck it. We just found a grace point. I'm taking us to Morith. Body, adi. No worries, Rock Fan. I appreciate you being helpful. We'll take our next break in about a minute and a half, by the way. Yeah, you. What do you got? Flesh. Okay, so flesh of my body. Bear with me. No, this is important, I think. Yeah, I want to know. I want to track what we've gone through. So, flesh of my body. Heart. I'm making 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we're missing 1 that we know of for 9. So give me just a second. I'm going to take us to all of these in the order in which we found them. I want to make a note. I want to make a list. Yes. Sometimes it did feel like the area, and again, it's like there can't be something everywhere. But sometimes it did feel like I wasn't necessarily incentivized to explore, because when I explored, A, I just got my ass kicked a bunch, and B, I got like a crafting material. Whereas in base game, I felt that exploration was more succinctly rewarded with the way that the catacombs and caves and dungeons were distributed. So this is the very first one we ever found. First of the flesh, okay. And then I'm gonna take us to Bellerat. I hope you're the only one getting an audio issue. Just because if it's you, that means you can probably fix it on refresh. And if it's me, I don't know how to do that. But try refreshing your window and that might help. Part of the flesh. Actually, while we're at a grace point, we're gonna take our break here. We'll finish our list when we come back, and I'll finish exploring the blue part of the Cerulean coast. And that'll be where we call it. Thank you everyone for confirming you have no desync. I'm always worried if it's like, is it me? So OBS is kind of janky sometimes, where it's like, is it Twitch? It's like, ugh, I don't know. Well, yes, refresh worked. Perfect. We'll be back in a couple of minutes to do the music. Hang on, I gotta fix our camera again. Hup. Okay. So I want to take us back to these, and then we will rendezvous at the one we just left. It'll only take a couple of minutes. So we have first flesh of my, like first of the flesh of my body, part of the flesh of my body, and then we have Castle Ensis, but I think is also just flesh of my body. Wait, am I zoomed in a little too much? Yes! Bonk. There we go. Better. Oh, was there a sporting event, Dr. Harm? Straight up just flesh. Okay, and then I think we go into eye. Ah! Am I to assume that the Spanish team won? Or my heart? More flesh of my body. Okay, so 2 flesh of my body. I wonder if we were supposed to have found... How would I have done that? How would I have found flesh before heart? I think this is I then. I, yeah, okay. So we've got I, and then doubt, vacillation. Love. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're still missing one. I think we're missing one near, in, or around the Shadow Keep. Okay. Yes. All right. I'm going to take us back here. And we're going to go back around and up. And then I'm going to see if I can get to the red zone. And maybe see what's over here. We're moving through it pretty quickly. A lot of it feels very empty. So I'm not actually sure how much exploration there is to do here. And I definitely don't think... Well, we might be able to go up a little bit higher here. Okay, so this looks like something we can fall down onto. More hands. No, I did not. Good catch. Floppy, that would be this one. Wait, then I've found 9 and I need 10? Because we're still missing one. It's probably just flesh. Part of flesh. Okay. So we have first flesh, part of flesh, flesh, heart flesh, eye, doubt, vacillation, love. And then I'm still missing one near the Shadow Keep. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. First flesh, part of flesh, flesh, heart, flesh, eye, doubt, vacillation, love. Yeah, we're definitely missing one up by the Shadow Keep. Unless in that note it was meant to be Castle Enses, but I didn't think so. I'm gonna look at that note one more time. No, I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be the Shadow Keep. It's a bit hard to tell, but that's what I think. I mean, I'm not gonna get any better at reading maps, so. So it does look like we can get down here, though. Nope, nope, nope. Yeah, let's go this way. Okay. So it looks like we've unlocked this shore, which I thought was nothing. So we'll need to finish the rest of the blue zone and the red zone on Friday when we come back for streaming, I think. But I will do this first. Now these things hate fire, I think. Well, they don't hate fire enough. I did deserve that. Oh, it feels good to be home. I love my twin blades. Twin blades, how could I have ever strayed from you? Twin blades, you're my baby girls. Here we go. Cat Goose has come to visit. I love Cat Goose. Please give Cat Goose so many kisses for me. I think he's so special. Is there a thing in here? No. Okay. Well, it was worth looking at. This actually kind of reminds me of the beachy area at the coast where you fight Radon. Hup. I like the way they squirm as they burn to death. It's very satisfying to me. These enemies kicked my fucking ass in Carrier Manor. So I am pleased that they do not appear to have such strength any longer. I don't think we'll find anything up here, but I am going to go up here. There is a part of me that wonders if I can move across the sandbar to the other side. Yeah, so tangent. Power-stanced twin blades. And the jump attack hits 8 times. It's sexy and it feels good. We can get up here maybe before I go all the way down. Yeah, okay, that's smart. We might as well. Kind of a fucked up looking tree. It's weird that it's just there all by itself. Oh. St. Trina Disciples Cookbook. And I don't think there's any reason to jump over here because I'm very sure that's where we left. Okay, so we got a cookbook. I do want to see visions of ill-omened creature. What, like the hand? You can't be talking about the goat. Leave the goat alone. Yeah, this is. I don't think that we can go across the sandbar, but I'm gonna check. We'll sip that, just to be safe. Is that an item? Okay, I don't see anything else. And I'm hesitant. I don't want to fall into the endless depths of the ocean and die. So we got small hands. I think the big hand is over here. There we go. Unfortunately, my hitbox is better than your hitbox. I love to be strong. So we go all the way over here. Can we go up here? Can we go up here? More items. Probably more hands. Yeah, sure enough. I don't. That was pretty cheap. Wow, wow, that was really cheap. We got him, though. Yeah, like, I was already on fire, but my lunge put me into grab mode. But I was damaging him already with an element that he hates. So I just feel like I should have had that. Are there zombies here? Oh! We might want to put on the Carrion Crest, because we're using that ability a lot. And we're kind of chewing through FP a lot faster than I expected to. That can't be the only thing here, right? Finger Ruins of Rhea? Oh. the DLC's sound design really is second to none. So for obvious reasons, we're not starting this area right now. I'm not starting a brand new area at 4 p.m. I want to see if I can get to the dragon. And maybe we go around this way. Or then over for the red stuff. Yeah, we're gonna survey this and revisit it next time. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. I don't think I can get to where the dragon is, though. That's awfully high. But it, well, maybe if I... Maybe if I go around from the foot of the jagged peak? Is that how this works? Now that I have a map and I can see things? Maybe? And then if there's a spirit spring, if we can jump into it. Sorry, everyone. Thank you for your patience. This is not necessarily an easy thing to navigate. Yeah. Can I go this way? I can't tell if we've been here before or not. I feel like the answer is no. Unless this is just where the... Wait a minute. Did I make a circle and think I was moving in a new direction? Oh, lads, we made a circle. Okay. Yes. All right. So we get to the dragon, not from here, but through here. Okay, hold on to that thought. My shoulder's getting really stiff. Okay, so woods below me. This is the lake right in front of us. And if I were to hug this... Bail, O Terror Incarnate, again I stand afore ye. I forgot about this guy. Okay. Can I go that way? Oh, posture check's important actually. Yeah, let me... Oh, I didn't get a pop. I need a pop. That's fine. That's fine. No. I want to see, does this lead into the forest? Could I have gotten there from here all along? No way. Well, I'm glad the large goats are being chill at least. Fuck, this music is so scary. Oh, I was like, why am I falling? There was a slightly elevated ditch. Yes! Yes! This is all new! How did I miss this? Grace Point? Fire? No, we've never been here. But I don't know how I missed it. I guess it's really just super hard navigating without a map. Not that I'm great at navigation anyway, but no, we've never been here. Grand Altar of Dragon Community, and it's also a sanctuary? Okay. Are you wearing a mask, or do you look like this? I think they are an ancient man-dragon.
Warrior true, picture yourself, feasting upon a dragon's essence, on the throbbing heart of the oldest, vilest dragon of them all. It would be the purest form of communion, the fullest sating of your hunger and your consummation as a dragon.
The subtext here. Huh? Yeah, it's not really subtext if she's super describing it as like something very sexual. Heaven's Door. Yes or no? If I choose not to partake, can I partake later? I've had a lot of plot today. I don't really want more plot. I just wanted to look around. Dragon, so good. Yes, yes, yes. I would like to believe I can say no. I never not partake. Cal genuinely doesn't know, but they think so. Okay. And I have a dupe save from earlier. I'll devour as a treat, maybe.
Yes, as it should be. Now, seek the jagged peak. There you will find Bale, the oldest and vilest of all dragons, land-bound warrior. Follow your desire and slay the foul beast. Devour its throbbing heart. I will grant you the strength required. In the name of my lord, Placidusax.
What? Huh? What? Huh? What? Ooh! Ancient dragons. Is that why Bale was like so fucking hard? Because I didn't have the blessing? She said she'd give me the power? Favor bestowed by the Dragon Communion Priestess in the name of the Dragon Lord, Placidusax. Consume FP to increase all forms of damage negation. This also increases damage negation while guarding. Each night, the priestess offers her own sleep to her lord, and in turn receives the power of his Wait a minute, didn't we? Isn't Isn't Placidusax like a little bit like toasted, maghosted? Like it. We can craft the eternal sleep pot. I would like to see what the description of the eternal sleep pot is. The weak are powerless to resist this velvety sleep and will never be roused again. Great. So Tiali is never waking up. Sick. Cool. Thanks. Nice.
Warrior true, what is it that you need? In a time long past, Baal turned upon the Dragon Lord. The foul traitor assailed our master and inflicted a grievous wound, only to make a hasty retreat, becoming a sworn enemy of the brood. Since that day, Baal and his bloodline, the Drakes, have served as sacrifices for Dragon Communion, land-bound warrior. My lord, Placidusax, has shown your kind what must be done. Seek communion. Sate your boundless appetite. Feel the euphoria of a dragon's essence taking root in your meager.
Why does she make it sound like Bale's gonna fuck me? Like, stop! Stop talking about it so sensually with such physicality. Like,
In a time long past, Baal turned upon the Dragon Lord.
like you will feel
Foul
dragon in your
traitor
meager.
assailed
Stop!
Our master and in becoming a sworn. Since that day,
The Drakes.
Baal and his land-bound warrior seek communion. Sate your boundless appetite. Feel the euphoria of a dragon's essence taking root.
Literally, she's like, don't you want a dragon to come inside you? I'm like, stop! Stop it! Stop! Okay. We're gonna leave. We have done so much. Whoa, that's cool. Okay. We have done so much that I have to stop. So we have now discovered the Grand Altar of Dragon Communion and the Finger Ruins of Rhea, and I've not yet done the red zone or the other half of this blue stuff. So when I get back, when we're streaming again on Friday, I would like to do blue stuff, red stuff, orange stuff, finger stuff. And then we should check back in with the Handman, because he's the one who told me to go to the finger place. Okay. Yes. That's a good game plan. We got a lot done today. I feel really productive. Let me know if you have additional thoughts about the camera zoom or the larger webcam we're working with. Please do put them in the suggestions channel on Discord if you think they're distracting, if you can't see enough of the game. Like, let me know that too. I want to cultivate a good viewing experience for y'all. Otherwise, I do think this should be where we call it. Yeah, we got so much done. I do have things I need to do that I cannot neglect. So I think we should call it here. Well, hey now. Hold on just a second. We may have... Is this base game Elden Ring? Or are you in the DLC? I think this is base game. I will know if this is safe to raid when the wooden elevator reaches the top. Yeah, is there a fog wall at the top of that staircase? Yeah, there is! Alright, we're gonna raid Gloom Shadows, who is about to tackle Commander Nile on an RL1 no leveling run on a dance pad, because RL1's not hard enough. We're gonna raid Gloom. Yay! Okay, I hope you all have a wonderful week. I will see you on Discord, and we will return to the Elden Ring DLC come Friday. Aha! A guest star? No Mochi today, unfortunately. I wish. He's been sneaping. I don't know where he's at, actually. But thank you so much for coming in today, everybody. I had a really good time. And I will see you at the end of the week. All right. Take care of yourself, and I'll catch you next time. Bye, everybody.